There is no other marketing strategy that can bring you that much money on autopilot and with this crazy ROI other than email marketing. With email marketing, you can increase your store conversion rate and you can retain your customers, thus increase their long-term value. Email marketing can make up to 40% of your total revenues. So yeah, this is not something that you can ignore or skip. Hi there, I am Rihab, an e-commerce coach and consultant, and on this YouTube channel I share with you videos related to e-commerce, entrepreneurship and more. And in today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can create your email marketing system using Omnisend. Any email marketing system should include these three most important elements. First, the forms. And these are the forms that you use to collect your customers' leads. You can collect their emails or their phone numbers, but since in this video we are going to talk about email marketing, you need to be collecting their emails. Second, you have the automation flows, or the series of emails you send to your customers based on their behaviors. And you can start by creating the three most important workflows. First, the welcome one. And this one is meant for people who just signed up to your newsletter via the forms that you have created in Omnisend. Second, you have the post-purchase flow, and it's meant for people who purchased from you, and it's to follow up with them, make sure that they are liking the product, they know how to use it, and so on. And finally, you have the abandoned cart flow, and it's meant to recover the lost sales. People who added the product to the cart, they didn't check out, they stopped in there. So we create these series of emails, the abandoned cart emails, in order to make sure that we are fighting all type of objections and we are converting those lost sales into actual sales. The final element of your email marketing system are the campaigns. And the campaigns are emails that you send intentionally to your customers or to your list. So for example, you might be launching a new product, or maybe you are launching Christmas offer, or maybe simply you want to stay in touch with your customers. I highly recommend you to send at least one email per week in order to make sure that your subscribers, your contacts still remember you and your brand. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your email marketing system using Omnisend. Omnisend is an email marketing software that allows you to create your system. It allows you to create your forms, your automation workflows, and also to send your weekly campaigns. And not only that, you can also use Omnisend to set up your SMS marketing. I'm going to show you all of that and much more in this video, so make sure to stay with me. And now let's move to my screen and let's start creating your email marketing system using Omnisend. If you are interested about using Omnisend or trying it, I highly recommend you to do so. You will find a link below in the description. Omnisend offers a free trial account that you can use if you want to check it out. So the first thing you need to do is to go in here to your Shopify dashboard, and in the search bar, search for the Omnisend app. You go to the Shopify app store and you download this app in order to link your Omnisend account to your Shopify store. So in here, I'm going to click on the app, and as you can see, it has a very high number of reviews and it has a very good rating. I'm going to add the app to my store, and I will be redirected to this page, and in here I will click on install app. Once the app is installed, you can start to create your email marketing system directly, and you will see everything you are creating live on your store directly. You need to sign up to your account in here, so you need to fill out all the information. So I'm gonna do that quickly. Once you sign up to your Omnisend account, you'll be redirected to this page where you need to add your brand assets. So you can add your brand logo, you can define the colors of your brand, the fonts, and you can add your social links. And everything you are changing in here will be reflecting in here in this section. I'm going to upload the logo. So let's say this is my logo. And in here, I will change the accent fonts, the accent to my brand colors. Let's say something like that. For the fonts, I'm gonna change the heading, for example. And everything I will be doing in here, by the way, will be applied to all my emails, to my forms. So Omnisend will keep a consistent look and feel based on my brand assets. And if I add my social links, they will be also added within my emails. I'm gonna click on Save Brand Assets after making sure that everything in here looks as I wanted, and I'm going to click on this. So once I have this, I'm redirected to the Omnisend welcome page. And in here, Omnisend is telling me everything I need to start with, like the most important things. First, I need to create my first email campaign. This is the campaigns I told you about, the emails you send intentionally to customers. Second, they are telling me to start collecting subscribers by creating pop-ups or subscription forms, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a few seconds. And in here, they are asking you to create your welcome series because it's a very important series for your business. And finally, to recover your abandoned carts. These are all things that we have discussed before. So let me start by the first step, and it is to create your subscription forms. Now, in order to start creating our first form, I need you to go in here from the dashboard to forms and click here on preview and launch form. This will take you to the editor where you can edit your form. And as you can see, this is divided into 3 sections. First, you have the form. Second, you have the success, and it's the success message. People will see it after they sign up. And finally, you have the teaser. And the teaser, I'm gonna show you, the teaser is the small in here icon that you see it. So if someone, for example, after opening the form, after opening the store and seeing the form, close the form, they will be seeing the teaser in case they want to reopen the form again. So you can change where it appears. So I will have it, for example, in here at this side, and it will open my form. Now let me go back to the form, and this is in here the my subscription form. You have first a text, you have another text, the email field in order for customers to submit their emails, and you have the button to take the action. On the left hand side, you will find all the elements that you can add to your form. So you can add phone number, you can add other inputs, you can add a drop down menu. If you want, for example, not only to collect your visitors' emails, but you want also to segment those emails between, for example, gender or between age or between interest, you can add other fields that visitors need to fill while submitting or while signing up through the form. Well, I highly recommend you to keep it simple and also ask for the most required information. The more information you ask for, the hardest it would be for your pop-up to convert. So when you ask for a lot of information, the conversion rate of your pop-up will go down. So try to stick with the most important field, even if it means only to have the email, and that's it, without a name, without anything else. This is usually what I go with, unless the business required something else, unless my business specifically required another type of information. In this case only, I add another field. So this is the email. If you scroll down in here, also Omnisend allows you to change the whole layout of the pop-up. So you can add 2 columns, make it 3 columns, it's up to you. You just drag and drop like this, and that's it. Okay, I'm not gonna change the layout, but I am gonna also tell you here about this small option that you have, and it is to include a wheel of fortune. I'm not sure if you are familiar with this one, but this is some kind of a game that you allow people to play while they are signing up. With this game, you can offer multiple discounts. So instead of only giving your customers 10% discount, you can offer them, for example, 10, 30, 25, and they play the game, and based on the game, they will be winning a certain type of discounts. This type of, let's say, games can be suitable for a lot of businesses and cannot be suitable for other type of businesses. So you need to consider your business and see if it works for you, and in this case use it because it is actually very effective. But if it's not suitable for your business, I don't recommend you to use it. For example, if you have a very luxurious brand, I don't think this is suitable. Okay, I'm gonna also remove it. Now, concerning these elements, whenever you want to change anything about them, you just need to select, you go in here, you change the text, the style, the size, you can even change the content from here, and so on. Okay, for every element of those, you can click and change. It's the same idea. You can change the line height, the color, the paddings, the text style, and so on. And you can add images, you can add whatever you wish to your form. Now, if you want to check the mobile view, just click in here and you will be able to see the mobile view. In case you want to have a photo on your pop-up, just create two forms instead of only creating one, because a pop-up with photo don't perform well on mobile because it's gonna shrink the text, so it's gonna look very, very small. So what I recommend you to do is to have a pop-up with a photo only available for desktops, and another one without photo only available for mobile devices. Okay, for now I will keep it simple. I will not use an image, but I will show you how you can make a pop-up only available for a certain device. Okay, after that, when you finish setting up everything, you go in here to behavior, and then here you need to decide the behavior of the pop-up, when people is going to show it, how frequent they are going to show it. For example, are they going to see it on mobiles or on desktops or on both, and so on. So first you have the targeting. It's where you define who's going to see the pop-up, and obviously they are the new subscribers. Then you have the scheduling, if you want to schedule it for, let's say for example, this pop-up is only relevant for Christmas time because it has a Christmas offer. You only show it during Christmas, so you set up the dates in here to be available during Christmas only. Then you have the display, and then here you decide when you want customers to see it. For example, I want someone to see it after scrolling 60% of the page, or I want someone to see it after visiting 3 pages, and so on. You set up in here the display options. Let's say I want people to see it after 20 seconds and after they scroll for 60 seconds on the homepage. Then going back in here, you can define the targeting in here. If you want it to appear on certain URL, not appear, you play around in here. And finally, you have the visibility. So in here, you define whether you want to see it on all devices or on a certain type of devices. So for example, I will keep it for all devices for now. And when you go down, you have the frequency. So how frequent you want customers to see it. You can keep it to 1 day. You can make it 7 days if you feel this is more comfortable to you. It depends on how pushy you want to be. I don't think it's a problem if you make it available every single day, actually, especially now with the teaser, especially the people can simply close it and just not use it if they don't want to. So you can make it every 1 day. Okay, after you do that, you click on enable. After you do that, you can go in here and change the success message and change the teaser if you wish. And you finish by clicking on enable. Once you do that, directly the pop-up will be live on your store. You don't need to add any code. You don't need to click anything. It's already available on your store. Now, once your pop-up is alive, the second thing you need to do is to create the welcome workflow that goes with it. So people sign up, they are waiting for your emails to start coming, they are waiting for the discount you promised them. So you need to create your workflow, your welcome workflow. You go in here to automation, and this is where you see all of your workflows. You click on preview and start workflow, or you can explore all workflows. I'm gonna start in here, and I will choose to filter by the welcome workflow. So I will start by this one, for example, and click on customize workflow. As you can see, this workflow is already set up, but you need to work on it step by step. First, you have the trigger. So the trigger is telling you when this series of email is being triggered. So in this case, for example, it's triggered when someone signs up through an Omnisend form. So this is the trigger. After filing up, Omnisend will be waiting for 1 minute. This is the delay to send the email. Well, I don't like to wait, so I'm gonna put that immediately. So directly the email with the discount will be sent to my customers. Second, in here I have the welcome email, which is the first one. The first thing I need to set up in here are the information like the subject line, the pre-header, the sender email. I need to use a professional one because we can't use a Hotmail or a Gmail. It's better to have your business account, but for now it's just a trial store, so it's fine. And once you do that, you need to verify your email, by the way, in order to be able to continue this step. So let me verify my email and get back to you. So once you verified your email, you can edit the content or send a test email. I recommend you to click on edit content because we want to change the content of our email. So I'm gonna click on yes. And now I will be redirected to the Omnisend editor, and in here you can change everything about your email. So from the left side, you will see all the elements like we have seen with the pop-up. Then you have the saved items. Let's say, for example, you have created a section that you truly liked and you want to reuse it between your different emails. So you can save it, and once you save it, you will have it within the saved items. Okay, then you have the saved layout, same idea. You have the header, you have the hero image if you want to have an image in your email. What I recommend you to do for your emails is always to have a subject line, a very clear title telling your email viewers what the subject of the email is. So start with a large title, for example, welcome to the club, 10% discount, then have an image to visually remind your customers about the products they are about, like they were checking, or the brand or something like that. Then you will have your other information. So the hero image, then you have the email body, product listing, image gallery, and so on. You can play around with these items, add them to your email, make sure it looks like the way you want it to look, branded, nice, fancy, and so on. Once this is done, you decide your sections. You can modify each of these sections in the same way. You click on it, on the right, you will see all the information about the section. You will have the color, the fonts, the line heights, and so on. Okay, once finished, you click on finished editing. You can always send a test email, and I highly recommend you to do that. I always recommend you to send a test email to check out the email on your desktop device and on your mobile device. Make sure everything is clickable, make sure that the links are the right ones, make sure that the text is good. Make sure to check out your emails before setting them up, especially with the automation workflows, because you set them up once or maybe twice a year, so make sure that they are good. Okay, once they are done, you click on finish editing, and that's it. You will have your first email, and you continue doing the same. You continue by creating delays between one email and the other, setting up other emails, and so on. For your welcome flow, I recommend you at least to have 3 emails. One, to welcome people and offering them the discount. The second one, to talk about your brand more and talk about your products more and remind them of the discount. And third, it's the final reminder of the discount. Always make your discounts limited in time, and it would be amazing if they are limited in quantity. But time is very essential, so don't give them a lifelong coupon code. It should be available for 3 days or 7 days maximum. Even 3 days is better. And that's it. You send 3 emails in day 1, day 2, day 3, and that's it. You can make it more complicated by creating more emails, but as a starting point, 3 emails for your welcome flow is good. Now, after your welcome flow, you need to do the same thing with your post-purchase flow and your abandoned cart flow. And on Omnisend, they have did a very good job at creating basic automations that you can start with. So you have, for example, in here a large list of workflows that you can start with. If you are a little bit lost about how to set up the triggers, or how to set up the delays, or how to work around, you can go and start by the default workflow they have created, and maybe improve it and make it more advanced, or maybe make it smaller if you wish. So let's say I'm starting with this one, which is amazing, by the way. It's abandoned cart value split. So you're splitting your abandoned cart flow based on the cart value. It means, let's say, for example, customers are going to your store, they're adding product to the cart. Some of them are adding more than $100 in value, others they are adding less, and you want to offer people who added more than $100 to their cart a direct discount, because you don't want to lose them, you don't want to lose this big order. So what you can do is to create a flow where you split up the flow between the cart values. Let me show you. Click on customize workflow, and you will see in here that customers will enter this flow when they added items to the cart but don't make purchase, and this flow is being split between 2 options. Okay, in the first option we have cart sum greater than $50. So in this flow, they are dividing people between people who added more than $50 in value to their cart and less than $50 in value to their cart. You can set up this to be 100, 200s, depending on your business, okay, and your average order value. So once you set this up, you can set up, as you can see in here, 2 different directions. So in here, for this one, for the yes, for people who added more than 50%, they will be receiving different emails with a bigger discount in here. For people who added just less than $50, we don't offer any discount, and so on. This is actually very smart, especially because you don't want to lose these big orders. So this is something I highly recommend you to do. And as you can see, Omnisend, they have did a very good job at providing basic workflows to follow and to base your work upon them. After setting up your forms on Omnisend and your workflows, we move on to the last step, and it is to learn how to send your campaigns. Remember, your campaigns are emails that you send intentionally to your list, whether you send them weekly or maybe twice a week. They are very important to stay in touch with your list. And you can send emails like launching a product, a blog post, adding information. And the most important thing to keep in mind is that you shouldn't only be selling your customers through these emails, but you should also focus on adding value to them, on creating a positive impact on their lives, because this is the only way that you can make them emotionally attached to your brand. So from your Omnisend dashboard, you go in here to campaigns and you click on create email campaign. In here, you need to fill out the information. So you start by the subject line, the sender name, you continue filling all the information. I'm gonna do them now and get back to you. Once you fill all the information, you can see in here a small preview about how your email will look like on your list, on your contacts inboxes. It's very important to make sure that the subject line you have picked and the preview line are very, let's say, catchy, in order to make sure that people read the emails. After doing that, you click on next step. And now Omnisend will be taking you to this page where you will be creating the email. You can choose between like templates, the default ones, or you can create one of your saved templates. It's up to you. I'm gonna use this one, for example. You can also modify this email in the same way we have done with the workflow emails. And once it's finished, you click on finish editing and you are ready to send your campaign. At this step, Omnisend will be asking you about the recipients of this campaign. Are you going to send it to all subscribers, or are you going to choose a certain segment? And in here, it will differ depending on your email topic. If it's a normal weekly email, you can send it to all of your subscribers. But if it's an offer that you are only giving to your VIP list, or to your, for example, or for people who have both exceeded, for example, a certain number of purchases from your store, you can do that by creating segments, like segments within your list, and those segments will be the ones that you are going to target in this campaign. So you create a segment of your VIP customers. You create a segment of, for example, customers who didn't buy in the last, let's say, 3 months, and you target them in this campaign. And you can do that from the segment, from the audience section within Omnisend. Okay, once this is done, once you choose your list, you click on next step and you can schedule your campaign. Since I don't have any email on the store, I can go to the next step, but you can just follow the steps. You click on next step, you go to a page where you can schedule the email and send it whether on a certain time and date, or if you want to send it, for example, on the 10 a.m. of all of your recipients. So you can set this also up within Omnisend. You send your email based on the time of the recipient. Once this is done, you will have your campaign ready to go. Now, concerning segments and how to create them, you just need from your Omnisend dashboard to go to audience, and under audience you can start creating segments. You click on create segment and you choose a rule or something related to your customers that you want your segment to be based upon. So let's say I want to create a segment for people who viewed a product in the last, for example, month. I can choose this trigger and set up my segment based on it. I can choose these items because this store is not live. But for example, I can go and choose one of the above one. Let's say I want to segment by country. So the country is gonna be, for example, USA, or it's gonna be Canada, or it's gonna be France, if you know this information about your customers. Segments are very important, and they are very important when you are a little bit on a more advanced stage, because they help you to send better targeted emails to your list. So that's it to how you create your email marketing system using Omnisend. I hope that you liked the process, and as I said before, Omnisend is a very user-friendly platform. I truly like how easy it is to use it, and I'm very excited about actually showing you how to use it. And if you have any questions, please don't forget to leave your question in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video and for staying up until the end. I truly appreciate that. Before leaving, I want to invite you to smash the like button, to subscribe to my channel, and to hit the notification bell, because in this way you will get notified each time I publish a new video. See you next week. Bye bye.